Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
3 more weeks. Governor Whitmer extending the stay-at-home order, including new in-state travel restrictions.
We have to double down right now to save lives.
The governor's new order goes until the end of the month, putting more stringent guidelines in place, too.
That's right. The governor's latest action to flatten the curve comes the same day we lost more than 117 more people in the state of Michigan. Cases statewide up to 21,504 people. The death toll has now topped 1,000. Tonight, the Republican-controlled legislature pushing back, calling the governor's new order an overreach. Mara McDonald is live in Bloomfield Township tonight. Mara, some of those new guidelines include what big box stores can and cannot sell.
So, Kimberly, here's what happens. When everybody goes to a Lowe's or a Menards or a Home Depot, here's what they're going to see. Whole categories of merchandise that are going to be cordoned off and that you will be unable to buy. Things like gardening supplies, paint, carpeting, flooring, and furniture. It is no surprise the governor is extending the stay-at-home order.
Now is not the time to pull back at all. It is the time to intensify.
But some of the new restrictions on things like gardening supplies are being criticized as lacking in common sense.
If people are going to be staying at home, I don't see a reason why they couldn't be improving their homes while they're here.
Shepard is on the GOP leadership team in the House, which has made it clear they believe this order goes too far. Speaker of the House, Lee Chatfield, weighing in with, quote, people in our state are hurting. Family-owned businesses have been run to the ground, and hundreds of thousands of people have lost their jobs because of it. Unemployment is skyrocketing, and our government has not been there to answer the call. We deserve better. This is unacceptable. Other new restrictions: no going back and forth between property you own in the state or vacation rentals. The governor, for her part, views these measures as common sense and necessary to stop the spread.
Every single exception to a stay home, stay safe order makes this more porous and makes it less likely to work. It means more people are going to get sick, more people are going to die, and our economy is going to suffer for longer.
Back here live, the governor had been lobbied to try and ease up restrictions on landscaping and lawn care services. She did not do that. Those restrictions are still in place. That said, if you have a mower, you can cut your own lawn. We're live in Bloomfield Township tonight. Devin, Kimberly, back to you.
Mara, I'm wondering about some of the rules that are inside stores now. She talked about some new rules. What did she say?
You know, she did do some new things, Kimberly, and a lot of stores were already doing them, but just so nobody is surprised when they hit the grocery stores or anything else. If it is a small store, they can only have up to a certain level of occupancy, like 25% of their total occupancy. So likely you're going to have to wait outside as they count how many people are in. For big stores like, you know, Menards or whatever, she wants them to limit people to 4 people per 1,000 square feet. Like if I go to my local Costco, they're already doing things similar to that. And don't be surprised if you see tape all over the floors in these stores to try and promote social distancing. Yeah, some of the aisles they're even making one way in one of the grocery stores I was just in this weekend. Okay, Mara, we appreciate your report. Devin.
Mayor Duggan today revealed he doesn't think the city is going to need all 1,000 beds at the TCF Center, and that the data shows things are trending in the right direction.
25 deaths yesterday is terrible, but if you put it in context of where we've been, we lost 38 on Sunday, 29 deaths on Monday, 25 Tuesday, 26 Wednesday, 25 yesterday. As I've continued to talk about, the curve is starting to flatten.
TCF Center is going to begin accepting patients, though, tomorrow. The mayor says he expects 200 to 250 patients will end up being treated there due to hospital capacity issues.
Well, it was almost 1 month ago the governor closed schools statewide. Since then, setting up an online learning schedule has proven to be a nightmare for school districts.
Yet many are tasked with coming up with something before the end of the month to make sure state guidelines are met. And in Northville, a plan to try to mirror a school day was put forth last week, but met with serious pushback. So tonight, a virtual school board meeting was held, and Jason Colthorpe logged on as well. He's live in Northville, where some changes were made. Jason.
Yeah, and Devin, the original plan was really a bell schedule, a 5-hour school day to mirror almost what you would see here at school. Well, parents and teachers, many who are home with spouses and multiple children, offered some constructive criticism of the feasibility of that, and the district listened.
This is what a school board meeting looks like during COVID-19. And in Northville, there were some issues to discuss about an online school curriculum that caught parents and teachers flat-footed. Put simply, a daily schedule with set screen time interaction was too much right now. Superintendent Mary Kay Gallagher.
Our initial plan was not to, rapidly shove curriculum down everyone's throat and catch up in a week to the time we lost. It was really wanting to get those connections back between kids and their teachers and their peers.
So tonight, after hearing the suggestions, a new plan was offered.
What we're bringing forward to you today pretty much cuts about in half those direct contacts.
Several parents joined the webinar to let the board know they still had some concerns.
I spend multiple hours trying to get both my high schooler and my elementary schooler to do the activities and the worksheets and whatever I print off.
You could still have a situation where the kids are doing 3 live classes on a Monday and 4 live classes on a Tuesday.
I am pleased to see that there's a little more flexibility, it sounds like, that is being shared now in this new plan. So thank you for that. I would just encourage that continue to sort of be considered for those of us that are kind of going to be playing the role of IT support and walking back and forth between our own conference calls and making sure the kids are on the computer at the right time.
And if you hear those parent concerns there, you can just imagine trying to do all of this while working from home with kids in multiple grades at home. Well, parents, you heard, they're appreciative, but they're also still a little wary of how this is going to play out and if there's going to be flexibility. Another parent reached out to me tonight. Her concern is the teachers, many of whom have been going nonstop since March 13th when this all ended. And of course, they have kids themselves. So we'll see how it plays out. Devin?
Well, so when will this new plan then now take effect?
Tonight's concerns were heard, and they want to maybe put some of that into action, so they're going to listen to that, and they hope to roll it out next week, April 13th. And remember, the governor's deadline is April 28th, so they're still way ahead of that deadline.
And again, the challenge the districts are facing all across the state. All right, Jason. Kim.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay. Well, as more and more laid-off Americans file for unemployment benefits, Congress tries to hammer out a new rescue package to help small businesses keep paying their workers. This as some in the Trump administration talk about restarting the economy next month. Susan McGinnis has the latest from Washington.
As the coronavirus ravages the nation, the economic devastation mounts. In the past week, more than 6.5 million Americans filed for jobless benefits, bringing the 3-week total to more than 16 million. The dire numbers revealed as the White House tries to secure an additional $250 billion to help small businesses.
We want to lay the groundwork now for a blue-collar bounce back.
But that bill sits stalled on Capitol Hill.
We're literally changing the number 350 to 600.
Don't just announce it, take it or leave it vote on the floor of the Senate. Sit down with us. Let's address the priorities.
While the Federal Reserve pledges more than $2 trillion to help businesses and cities, President Trump says he's putting the final touches on a rescue package for the airline industry, now suffering a 95% drop in flights.
We are going to be in a position to do a lot to help them so that they keep their employees and they save their businesses.
The president once again showing an eagerness to get the country open again.
We can call it opening very, very soon, I hope.
Some in the administration hope that could happen in May, but many medical experts believe the reopening of the country will have to come in phases.
we have a very large country with really different patterns of disease and outbreaks in different parts of the country. So it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all.
A battle plan for getting America working again, even while the fight against coronavirus rages on.
Susan McGinnis, Local 4.
All right, Susan. Well, it felt like all 4 seasons in one day today. Ben, we had pretty much a little bit of everything, really.
Yeah, I got slapped in the face considering yesterday we were at 71 degrees and today we couldn't get out of the 40s and we had this to deal with. Check out these wind gusts. Right after we talked to you at 6 o'clock, 6:30, Metro Airport clocked a 59-mile-per-hour wind gust. That is technically a severe wind gust. Anything 58 and over is what we would classify in that department. Everybody else, though, low to mid 40s as far as those wind gusts go. And we're still going to have some breezy conditions, not that bad, but it's going to be noticeably windy tomorrow morning. So wind chills as we start out Friday. Teens and low 20s. We'll call it 21 generally in the metro zone. South zone, a lot of low 20s too. But you get out into the west zone, that's going to be primarily teens for how it's going to feel. Again, this is 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And the north zone, there's going to be a lot of teens there for wind chills in the morning. Air temperatures stay in the 40s. We do have some warmer air in the forecast, but we also have some rain for Easter weekend. And we'll look at all that for you coming up in a few minutes. Guys?
New at 11.
An ongoing battle on what is an essential business and what is not. When it comes to landscaping, cities are now saying they will not ticket landscapers. So will Lansing blink?
Our community is at risk, and we need to take this seriously.
It's not just about you. It's about your parents, grandparents, friends.
High blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes. The health issues many of us manage make us vulnerable.
Young and old, everyone is at risk.
It's really hitting our community hard.
It's hard to stay inside, but hanging out with friends can wait.
Because taking chances with your life is not okay.
Take care of yourselves and each other, Detroit.
Stay home to stay safe.
The stories that really keep me going are the ones that showcase the best of who we are as Detroiters. So many of you reached out to us asking how you can help. Well, one thing we can do is to make sure our frontline workers aren't saving lives on an empty stomach. It seems so simple, but it's so meaningful. That's why Food for Frontline is helping keep our essential workers fed and fighting for our communities. You can donate now at clickondetroit.com/frontline and stay with Local 4 for the moments that matter.